Hey, it's Rachel from the Life Facilitator, and I am doing a comparison video sharing a couple of different options that are similar to the Hobonichi weeks. This will probably be a longer video, and so maybe grab something to drink, settle in, because I have several different planners I'm going to walk through. So I'm going to break this up into planners that are a certain kind of paper and planners that are not. So these two planners I have here, this is from Sweet Freckle Design. And this one here, which is the Aura Stelle Annie Plans B6, but it'll make sense why it's in the mix, are both Tomoe River paper, or something very similar to Tomoe River paper, which is what this planner is made out of. So those are gonna go together. These are not Tomoe River paper, and so I'm considering them separate, but are similar in size and in format to the Hobonichi weeks. And then the last thing I will talk about are like companion inserts that would go well if you like the Hobonichi weeks, want to stick with it, but want something to supplement it. I have an idea for you in that arena. Okay, so let's start with the basics, which is, what is a Hobonichi weeks? It's just a planner. It's a pretty streamlined small planner. So this is the regular, not the mega. And you can see that before it gets used, it is really small, really tiny. And it, over time, will start to look like this, which is what my 2019 / what I've been playing around with for the last couple of years planner looks like. And so with this version, there's a couple of versions, but this version starts December of 2023. If I can get to the page. There are some front pages, and it starts in 2023, and the calendar goes all the way through March of 2025. So you get over a year's worth of calendar inserts. And then the weekly pages go through from December and the first week of December of 2023 all the way through to December, end of December 2024. And you basically get that first week of January too, because there's a couple days from December in there too. This one comes with some open grid pages, not as many as the mega, but for me this would be enough. And you can see the paper is definitely like a yellowish, creamy Tomoe River paper. And it does lay flat. This is probably the thing I love the very most about this planner, is that almost immediately it lays flat. And this version in particular, which is the gray cover version, I really like that about this. I'll go back to the monthlies real quick and share that this is this version is a Monday start, and I'm pretty sure all of the Hobonichi weeks monthly calendars are a Monday start. And it has a little bit of shading on the weekends, and the size of let me use this one. The boxes are 2 centimeters, or like a little under, basically 3/4 of an inch. So that's the length across, and then down it is like 2. Looks like the box is like 2, like 2.5, maybe a little bit more of 2.5, and then basically 1 inch for the box going down. And then for the weeks, all the weeks look the same. It's a week on one with open grid, which this is what makes me love this planner. It's super fun to play around with. And basically the boxes are 2 centimeters in height, and then like 7 centimeters across. I think I'm reading that right. Anyway, so that's what it looks like, and this is very true to color how the paper looks. So here's how I have used it in the past. I love using sticker kits from Coco Daisy, and it is just it definitely is portable. I was going to show, and this will just be reference for all of the inserts, because they're all roughly the same size. But let me show it in comparison to an A5. So compared to A5, it looks like that. And then compared to like a happy planner, let me grab one and I will compare it. Okay, so I want to do a size comparison with some other planners. So I showed the A5. Here is what the Hobonichi Weeks looks like compared to a mini happy planner. So it is like roughly the same height. Well, the pages are going to be a little bit taller, but it is like a skinnier version of the mini happy planner. I don't have a skinny mini, if you will, but I think it's actually like roughly the same size. You know, to me, like, this is a pretty portable planner, and this is even more portable because it's, you know, it's a little bit slimmer. Here's compared to a classic size happy planner, so obviously quite a bit smaller. And, you know, so again, much more portable. Obviously, you're not going to get all the happy planner space, but if that's not what you're looking for, this is a really good option. And then compared to some other traveler notebook sizes, so I have planned for a while in a standard traveler's notebook size or a standard wide, which is 5 by 8 1/4. So here's what the Hobonichi Weeks looks like compared to a standard traveler's notebook insert. And then here is it. I mean, I have the B6. So here is it compared to a B6. It's going to be taller and skinnier. It'll have more height, less width. So that's B6. And then A6, it will have more height, less width again. So A6 being like the size of a Hobonichi. Hobonichi actually has an A6 size. A6 is roughly 4 by 6, a little bit smaller. And then here is pocket size. So pocket size is actually going to be a very similar width. You're just going to get more height with the Hobonichi Weeks. This is a pocket moleskin. So that's the actual Hobonichi Weeks. Let's talk about the Hobonichi Weeks and some alternatives. So why you might want an alternative. One reason is the color of the paper. So you may just really not jive with this like yellowy, creamy paper. You'd prefer it to be a little bit more bright white. That might be one reason. Another reason is like you just don't like that it's dated, and so maybe you want an undated option. So those are the two main reasons for me that I would look elsewhere, even though I obviously have this Hobonichi Weeks here. And so let's talk about two alternatives and why I really like them. All right, so let's start with the Sweet Freckled Designs Weeks. She has another name for it, and I can't remember what it is right now, but I will leave it below. So this planner is going to be just a little bit wider than the Hobonichi Weeks, but height-wise it's about the same, but you can see it's definitely going to be a little thicker. It's actually a lot thicker, and part of the reason it's so much thicker is because it has quite a few open grid pages. This is the compact. She has an original one that's even thicker. And so this is this planner. I will go through it as I did the other one. So here's this is an undated planner. It has Tomoe River paper, but as you can see, the paper is a little bit more white. It's not bright white, but it is much closer to a white, more like maybe an ivory, than this paper. The monthly is undated, which is wonderful. For me, I like an undated monthly, but you can see that because you get a little bit more page, or maybe it's just how it's sitting. Actually, it's like exactly the same, I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. This is important to me. So when I'm looking for an alternative to the Hobonichi Weeks, I am actually very concerned with the monthly, because I want the monthly to be similar in size, and partly because I use the calendar stickers from Coco Daisy that are meant for the Hobonichi Weeks monthly, and I want to be able to use them in whatever alternative planner I'm in. So you get 13 monthlies. They're all undated, which, I'm a huge fan of an undated planner because I jump around a lot and I am not mad about it. So yeah, you don't have any like front pages, so you're not going to you won't get the yearly calendars, and you don't get the habit. I guess you could call it a habit tracker. I think that's what a lot of people use it for. For me, that's fine. I don't need those. I would much rather have those pages be either not included or empty, so that I can put other things in. And so you get 13 monthly calendars, and they are all together in the front. And then you jump right into the weeklies. So there's not a lot of there are no in-between pages, but then again, there aren't any for this one either. So the height of the days of the week, it is going to be 2.25 is the height. And because, as you can see, you don't have the header and footer, you get that space to actually, no header, no footer, you have that space to actually, write in, which some people would want and other people don't. And so you get a little bit more space. So yeah, 7.5 across, 2.5 for the boxes for the days. So yeah, a little bit more room per day, which is kind of nice. And then again, all the same, and you have a year's I think it's a year's worth. It's at least a year's worth, and there might be more. I wanted to, the paper. Again, Tomoe River, very nice paper. Did I do a pen test? I did. Here is the pen test. So these are the pens I like, and these are the ones I use on Tomoe River paper. I don't have a ton of pens, but I do. These are the ones I'm most likely to use. My favorite is the Sharpie felt tip and the Zebra blend. And so no bleed through, but obviously ghosting, because most pens are going to ghost on these pages, but no bleed through, which is nice. And also I'm left-handed, and so I have to be careful. I always have to be careful on Tomoe River paper that I don't smear. So these are all pens except for the Pilot Precise, which I love for my other planners, but I don't love for this planner. All of these will work if you give just like a second delay, or maybe use a pencil board or something. You know, you just still have to be careful. You can't just be, yeah. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. And then I wanted to do, well, I think you'll be able to see it because I have markers on the pages. So I did plan in this insert to get a sense of, you know, what it looks like. So again, you will have ghosting. It's going to happen. Maybe like a little bit of bleed there, but that's just because I was being a little too intense. But again, it's basically the same setup. You do lose the header and the footer. Here are how Hobonichi stickers look. So you're going to have some white space around the stickers, and I'll be honest, I kind of love it. I think it looks really nice. And then here is the back. Again, it's gonna ghost. It just is. That's just how this paper is. And then I did a week of planning in this insert, and on the open pages. So I did daily pages on the open pages, and I loved it. It worked great. I never felt like it looks great, and the pens looked great, and yeah, pretty happy with this. This is partly why I would consider going to this one over Hobonichi Weeks, is that I have quite a few open pages. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, you could just get the mega in this. That is true, but there are a lot of things I like about this planner over the Weeks. The paper, I like that it's a little bit more white. I like that it's undated, and I like the more room on the days of the week to actually put plans. So yeah, I think this is a great option. Oh, I wanted to show it in a couple of Hobonichi covers. So this is, let me take out the other stuff. This is a print Pression cover. And these are the covers I have. I don't have Moterm covers, so I can't speak to that, but it does fit in the print Pression cover with the plastic vinyl, the plastic protective cover over it, which that's a win for me. I love these covers, and I want to always be able to use them. And so the fact that I can do that with this planner and keep the protective cover on is good. It's really good for me. And like this planner, it's a really great alternative to the Hobonichi Weeks if, you know, for whatever reason, it's just, also it's much more plain. I guess, you know, if you just want a very blank slate, no color, just do whatever you want, I mean, this is it. This would be the winner. Oh, and you love Tomoe River paper, this is a winner, definitely. All right, next up is the Stelle Annie Plans planner. Now, I recognize this is not a week's planner. She was sold out of the week's daily planner. So this is the B6 version of it. It's very similar. There are two differences, one being obviously the size, and also the weekly layout is different. So in this one you do get, oh, this is also undated. And the weeks version is dated. There's a 2023 version, there's a 2024 version. So you get the monthly calendar, you get the like monthly, you know, what is similar to this, you just get it over 4 pages, which is kind of nice. I really like, this is so small. I don't know what you would do with that. I don't plan to use it. And then you go right into your months and, oh, that's right. Okay. So this one, you have a month, you have an open page, like 2 open pages, month, open page. And I guess it would be to like do a like monthly divider or something, or goals, whatever. So month open, month open, month open. You get 12 of those. I believe it's 12. I'm going to assume it's 12. And then, oh, and for this one, it is 2.5 centimeters by 2.5. So it's a 2.5 square. So definitely going, I mean, it's B6, so it's going to be bigger. So you can see, definitely bigger. And then you get open page. Oh, we're still in the monthlies. Okay. Let's get out of these monthlies. All right. So last monthly, open page, and then you go into your weeks. Now, this is laid out very similar to a Hobonichi weeks, where you have the days of the week over here, but it is split. And then you have this is open, which is actually really smart. And then it goes into 7 daily. So you could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know if you can see that, but there are 3 columns, very light grid, but it's there. And then you get, 7 days of the week, and then you would go back into your weekly overview Monday. In the weeks version of this, so same company, just different, it's this but in this size, and it's daily. It is split into 2 inserts, so you would get, you can see this is a chunky monkey, and just to compare, it's like that's a, yeah. So you get 2, and the week overview is actually, it's a what I would consider a dashboard layout, which looks like, it would be like this. So you'd have your days laid out. Why am I showing? I wonder if I have one that doesn't have a million things on it. This is better. So it would look like this. You know, days of the week set up like this instead of this way. And then it goes right into your Monday, Tuesday, all of that. Excuse me. The grid is the same for the Aura, Estelle, and the weeks. So the grid is pretty small, and it is the same. It is different. I did not check that on the, I think it's the same for this one too. Yep, so same grid size, pretty small grid, but it is similar. And then I went to the back of the insert to do some planning. I don't think I did a pen test in this one, but you'll be able to see. It's going to be similar to all of the other planners. This planner I did do some highlighting in, and you can see definitely ghosting. I mean, you know, again, par for the course with this paper. No bleeding though, no bleed. I do really like this paper. This paper feels a little bit toothier, I guess would be the word. I don't think it is, maybe it's just in my brain, but here is how the week's Coco Daisy stickers look in this planner. And you can, you know, it's, I mean, for the B6 size, you're going to get more daily room, obviously, because it's going to be wider. But yeah, I had no smearing, which is pretty amazing. And it's a really great alternative. I'm almost tempted to like actually to like stay in the B6 size, because I do love this size so much. So this is a great, if you like B6 and you're wanting a daily planner, oh my gosh, this is so great. But yeah, so again, I tested this compared to knowing that there's a weeks version similar to this. So that's definitely an option. This is maybe on the higher end of the price point compared to the other ones. I will leave all the links and that information below. Oh, and then this has all the daily pages, but it does not have very many grid like open grid pages. So you get like, I don't know, maybe 10 open grid pages, but that's because you have several open grids between the months, and then you have all these basically open grid pages between the weeks. You don't have to use them for daily pages. You could use them for whatever you want. You could actually, in fact, just, if you wanted to vertically plan in this planner, you could absolutely do that. You know, do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's an option too. Okay, moving on. Everyone take a break. I'm going to take a drink and I will be back. Let's talk non-Tomoe River paper. And I really hope I'm saying that right. At this point, I've already said it so many times, it doesn't matter. Let's talk non-Tomoe River paper. So there are 3 alternatives that I have used that I can vouch for. And I really like all 3 of these. They're really great. You can't really go wrong. And really the only difference between these is like maybe like the paper is like maybe a little bit more white or yellow or whatnot. And then also like for these ones, it's a booklet instead of like book bound. All right, let's start with the Amazon Dupe. I don't know what like the name of this planner is. I just know you can get it on Amazon and probably like AliExpress and stuff like that. So this one has the, you know, overview. It is undated. All of these are going to be undated. And the size of the monthly boxes, it's going to be slightly, just ever so slightly under the 2 centimeters, but like not that much, but it is going to, the boxes are a little bit more narrower. And I will show you how I know this, because I did use the Coco Daisy calendar stickers in here, and I did have to trim them just a little bit, but no, not a huge deal. So you get 12 monthlies, and they're all undated again, and it's a Monday start. And then it jumps right into the weeks. I will go to a blank week. Here's what the week looks like blank. This, and I should mention this insert or this planner, and it's easier to see on this side, is going to be just a hair wider, just like very, very minimally, but is going to be wider than the weeks. And because it's not Tomoe River paper, this thing is thicker. It starts thicker, and then you add all the stickers and stuff, and you can see like mine's getting real thick. But still obviously still very compact, very light. So for me, I have used this planner off and on for the last year. So, and same deal where, you know, oh, also lays very flat, like super flat. You have the weeks on this side, open grid. This grid is definitely bigger than the weeks grid. That is, for me, that's kind of a plus. I do like that the grid is a little bit bigger because I like to do like checklists and things, and it's easier to do that when the grid's a little bigger. Is it a deal breaker? If it's not, no. But it has zero, like very, like no open pages at the end. That might, to some, that might be a big deal breaker. Like it's like last week and then boom, you are done with the insert. You can see mild liner test. And then the paper, no, there's not going to be any bleed through. It does ghost, but I don't notice it when I'm actually using the planner, if that makes sense. I don't notice the ghosting while I'm using it. It might also be because this paper is different than this paper. I don't know, but these are the pens I like to use in this planner, and I do mostly use this one. Love this one for this planner, not for the other ones. So that's the Amazon Dupe. Great option. Definitely going to be thicker. It does fit in all of the covers, in most Hobonichi covers. So this one with room to spare. It will not fit clear covers because it's too thick. Except for, well, I'm not going to even mention that one because she's no longer in business. So like these clear covers are not going to work with this planner, because it's too thick. So that's the Amazon one. All right. Let's move to the print Pression options. So just a comparison, similar kind of in size, and then compared to the actual Hobonichi Weeks, definitely going to be thicker, again, because it's not Tomoe River paper. So I have two options here. One of them is the weekly option. It is undated, so you have these are going to be under like a little bit under 2 centimeter width. But I bet Hobonichi monthly stickers would fit in here okay. And then so you have, is this the 12 month? I don't know. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 12 monthlies in this version. And then your weeks look like this. So they're like 2-up grids. I'm sharing this one because I do think this is a great option. You can easily change it to a Hobonichi Weeks look, like no problem. And I mean, that's the only day where, Thursday's the only day where it looks kind of a little different on the grid. But other than that, this is a great option. This is also a great option if you're looking for a planner to do week and dailies. I have done that in other versions. I have done that in this planner as well. The paper is a nice white paper. The grid is going to be a little bit bigger, and I don't know what the paper weight is of this planner, but I have let me, you know what, I'll go grab my other one. Oh, maybe it's in here. Yeah, okay, I'll show it in this one. So this is an option. It's really affordable, and because it's undated, you could use it for the whole year, but you could also use it for like 6 months, 3 months. The only thing that would happen is that you would just have empty monthlies, but this is, yeah, so I really like this planner. This fits in at least my planner covers. Again, it's gonna fit in the print Pression one because it's a print Pression planner. Yep, fits in there. Again, I don't have Moterm covers, so I don't know. Yeah, here's the other option. This is the daily version, and this one is 6 months, I believe. No, this is not. No, 3 months. This is a 3-month planner that has monthly, weekly, daily. So the months look like this, and then you have this like in between page for like habit tracking and monthly to-dos and things. And then for the weeks, you can see I've definitely used this planner. The weeks look like, so you have the week on this side, and then 7 days of dailies. So if you're looking for a all-in-one planner, this is great. It is only 3 months, so you would have to get multiples. But Kane at Pression has done sales in the past, and I think he might be doing more of this style, like more, he will be, there are still these available. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there are no open grid pages, but you have these checklists in the back that, you know, you could use for whatever. And I think there are, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's quite a few. I had been using them for like monthly checklisting and things, so those are an option. I really love this planner, and as you can see, I have used it at varying times over the last couple of years. I can use this paper is fantastic. I can use any mild liner, any like stamps are great in here. Here's a stamped image and nothing. The paper's really nice. And if you want to be able to use any pen, any marker, anything, this is amazing. This is great. I don't really have anything bad to say about this planner. I think it's really great. My one bugaboo about it, which is just such a personal ick for me, but I cannot with like the Saturday and Sunday like that, when like it's all lined up over here. I just, you can see I every week I'm like finding a new way to, well, this, I just covered it. But like literally every week I am looking for a new way to cover it, because it just, but that's it. Literally everything else about this planner is amazing. And it's still very portable, but you would need multiples. You'd need 4 of these for the year. So that's something to think about. Only if you're doing the dailies. If you're doing the weekly, you could get all your weeks into 1 year in this planner, if that makes sense. Okay, last one is another, one of my personal favorite alternatives is the Coco Daisy Weeks 3-month booklet. This is definitely a different size than the weeks. So it is going to be a little bit shorter than your, technically, I always forget that the cover is a little bit bigger. Page-wise, it's actually about the same size. But this is from Coco Daisy, and you get, it is not Tomoe River paper, and that's something I love about it, because this paper is so nice. You can stamp, you can highlight, you can do all the things on this paper, and nothing, I mean, you don't want to use like dye inks on this paper, but like normal planner inks work great. So the way this is set up, you get your month, and then you get 5 weeks, And then here's a look at how the weeks look blank. The height is roughly, so it's 2 inches, so kind of similar to the Hobonichi weeks. And then you get 8.5 across because it doesn't have any demarcation for the days of the week. But here's what Hobonichi week stickers look like in here. So it is set up to be a similar layout and room for like the header and footer. So, and then it repeats itself. So, month, weeks, and there are 5 for every month. So even if the month doesn't have 5 weeks, you're getting 5 weeks. And that happens, a lot. So, there's a lot of things you could do with this open page. You could do, there's things you could do. Actually, and I'll show you in the other insert. So again, month, and then 5 weeks of open pages. Great option. This is what the size looks like. Again, this is only 3 months though, so you would need 4 of these for the whole year. But here's a look at what I did to the open pages between the months. So, and here this is a good example of how I was using the Daisy Week sticker kit on this insert. So yeah, I just did like a monthly divider for each month. And I should mention too, there is no grid. This is blank white, no grid, and just a light dot grid on the open grid page. I wonder if I have an open. Here we go. So very light dot grid, no grid on this side. So if you like having a grid, this may not be the right insert, booklet, whatever for you. Okay. All right. I think that's everything. And there are no extra pages. The booklet ends after the insert. One last thing I'm going to talk about is, let's say you're like me and you really like the Hobonichi weeks. You have no problems with it and you want to keep it. Now I can't find mine. Oh, here it is. Okay. So you really like this, you want to stick with this, but you just need a few extra pages every month, either for daily pages or a journal or whatnot. I cannot recommend enough the Daisy Weeks notebook that you can get as a monthly subscription from Coco Daisy. It's such a great insert. I can't find mine. Found it. All right. So these two guys together make a really great team. Okay. So let's say you love your weeks. You don't want to get rid of your weeks, but you just need something to supplement this and, be nice if it had some pretty illustrations to go with it. This insert is for you. It does have a calendar. It does have weekly color block pages that you could use or not use to your heart's desire. And then it has 30 open pages so that you could do a day per page for the whole insert. So 30 extra pages for whatever you want. I have another video of all the different ways that I have used this insert over the last year, so I will make sure to link that below. But this is such a great option if you really like this, you want to stick with this, you don't want to go anywhere with this, but you just need a little supplementer, and you don't want to have to get the weeks mega in order to have extra notes pages. This baby right here. Every month is a new collection, and so you would get a different looking insert every month, which is kind of fun. Here's my November, which I have set up to have a few daily pages, not for the whole month, but just a couple daily pages, and then the rest journaling, which is what I have been using it for. Just such a great option, and yeah, I can't encourage enough. So I hope this video was helpful and not too overwhelming and confusing. But please leave any comments you have below, and I will happily answer them for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!